Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Resolve 2? 2 Resolved. Ace Attorney 2 Resolved, I'm pretty sure. We are coming up now on the final chapter of the game. That is so sad. That is sad for me, dog. The resolve of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I am starting off this a little bit earlier in the day here to see if I can do this in one go, in one session. For the final chapter, it did seem weird to like take another week break in order to finish this. So I'm going to attempt to do this all in one go. But I don't know how long this chapter is going to be since it's the final one, and this game tends to run a little bit long. So let's see if I have the energy to do this. It's probably going to take a couple of hours. But we need to get all of our answers in this chapter. We need to figure out the whole like thing with Gregson, with the professor, the judge. Oh no, it's the same song. I thought this was a new like antechamber song. I was like, what is this swelling? But there's a lot of things that need answers, and this is going to be a chapter to unveil everything, presumably. So we're in for a ride, or I am in for a ride. I guess you will be too whenever this goes up on YouTube. Okay, this entire session, I'm going to do my best to not bring up the fact that I stink at the voice acting. We'll see if I can do it. So, the time's finally come. Today, we unravel everything. That's what I said. What is this face? Oh my god! I just remembered! I completely forgot the biggest thing. Well, not the biggest. Well, maybe it's the biggest thing. The last session, we found out that Mikotoba has actually been Wilson. Well, it hasn't been Wilson. It has been Herlock Sholmes' Watson. Herlock Sholmes is Wilson. Sherlock Holmes is whatever. Instead of John Wilson, who was presumably Iris's dad. Because things just happened that way. I like was watching back on the recording, and I even said in a previous episode when we first saw Mikotoba and Jikoku at the hotel, I even made a comment about Mikotoba being like, he looks like Watson. I guess maybe that's intentional, but that's pretty weird. I mean, it's pretty crazy to think that Mikotoba was actually the partner, Sholmes' partner. It's a lot. I just had like a big thing of pasta. I did not go into this thinking about anything. So, and they apparently have gone off somewhere. They ran off somewhere before they told us about the whole situation with Iris. And I think they were like saying that they thought that like Mikotoba might have been Iris's dad or something, but I don't think that's true. We'll figure it out in time. But why is Susato looking so sad? Or bored? I'll be counting on your support more than ever today, Miss Susato. I guess because she was left hanging about the situation with her dad and Iris. Because he was like, I care more about this adventure than talking to my daughter who I've abandoned countless times. Such a bad dad. Mr. Sato. I mean, I imagine that wherever he went with Sholmes at the end of the last chapter, it's probably going to be very important for this case. What? Oh no! What's the matter, Miss Naruhodo? What's the matter, she says as she throws me around. Nothing. I was just saying that I'll be relying on your support today, but... Oh, I'm so sorry! Of course! I know I can be rather incompetent at times, but I shan't let you down. Incompetent? Oh! There's also the whole thing about Mikotoba wanting us to go back to Japan after this trial. I like literally forgot everything. It's too focused on Gregson. Yeah, after this case, Mikotoba wants us to go back to Japan to like change up the legal system there or whatever, because he saw that we're doing a good job. So we might be leaving London soon. Would you mind helping me to my feet then? I don't know what they said about Susato though. I don't know if they said that for her to go back or to stay here. Oh dear, I'm really very sorry. And I also don't know the situation with Cosmo if he also has to go back to Japan. But he only just started prosecuting or getting into the law stuff here. So I don't know if he needs to stay around a little longer. Assuming that he wants to, I don't know. Susato-san isn't her usual stuff at all. But that's hardly surprising, I suppose. She just found out that her father is the partner of the world-famous detective. Not to mention... Good morning, sir! Six, buddy, we got you today. You're gonna be so happy, and you're gonna like. I want him to smile, because that is my end goal. If he doesn't smile at us by the end of this chapter, I'm refunding this game somehow. Lord Van Seeks. Thank you for all your efforts yesterday. What did I do for you yesterday? Not in court. Did we interact yesterday? During the investigation? Oh, was yesterday's in-game yesterday's investigation the time when Van Seeks was telling us about how Gregson is the Reaper? And that Assassin was the one doing the deeds, the killing of the people or something like that? Was that yesterday? It might have been yesterday. Because the first day of the investigation, he wasn't really willing to talk to us about much. What? Did I hear that correctly? What? Oh, no, nothing. Just, I hope we can clear things up today. I really can't make this man out. His face says, I hate you, but his words are almost jovial today. In fact, he hasn't been very Reaper-like at all since this all began yesterday. Well, he's very vulnerable right now. Man's about to be sentenced to death. Lord Van Seeks isn't the Reaper, Mr. Naruhodo. A good point. The Reaper. I suppose in hindsight, I shouldn't have allowed that misconception to go unchallenged. It was my tactic at acceptance of that pseudonym. My failure to stop the Reaper becoming something more than a mere legend that led to all this. But you're not to blame for that, Lord Van Seeks. It's only because serious crime in the capital dropped off so sharply when the public started calling you that. That's why you didn't say anything, isn't it? To be frank, I'm not sure that was the sole reason. Oh, what do you mean? I thought people calling me the Reaper would make me look cool. There was a rumor at the time that the Reaper was recently the ghost of my late brother. But you're kinda stupid. That having been slain by that evil killer, Clint's restless spirit returned as some sort of demigod to wield a deadly blade of justice where I, by dint of the law, could not. Yes, we've heard that story too. We did? From who? I don't remember hearing that. Where was I when that happened? When I lost him. He looks so mad here. But he looks all smiley in that picture. I felt as though I'd lost my guiding light. I didn't know where to go or what to do. Where are your parents? The parents are never important in stories like this. And so, in some small way, I wonder if perhaps those rumors made me feel his absence a little less keenly. I knew it was just an illusion, just some nonsense conjured up by some over-imaginative public. He was obviously extremely important to you. Lord Clint Van Seeks. Well, what's important now is uncovering the truth. That's all that matters. I know that you didn't take anyone's life. Yeah, we know too. And I intend to prove that beyond a shadow of a doubt in court today. I never thought I'd say this, but I can't see it in your eyes. That burning desire to cut through all the lies and deception. I can't deny it any longer. You are a lawyer of absolute integrity. You didn't deny it initially. You said that the only thing going for me was that. Thank you. Now tell me, why do I detect the scent of expensive tea leaves in the air? Huh? Iris? Hi, Iris. Oh, Iris, when did you get here? Oh, little sister, I mean... If she thought that they were actually related. I can't believe that they're related. But I also had this freak thought, I think, the last time we played this, that like, oh, what if Iris doesn't actually like a pink-haired person at all? What if it was just a wig and that she's actually like black-haired and she's wearing contacts? Wouldn't that be wild? But that seems silly. Oh wait, what?
I brought you one of my special blends.
There we go.
Hurley loves it. He says it helps him clear his head.
Oh, he brought tea for Zeeks? I mean, she bought tea for Zeeks? I thank you.
Oh,
I hope it's not drugged or anything. That's surely the first and last time I'll ever see a sight like this. Aw, I mean, yeah, same. You got a big, giant, strong man, handsome man thanking you for your tea? I would blush too. You seem different today, Iris.
Oh?
Sort of subdued, I suppose.
I am not.
What happened yesterday is obviously still playing on her mind a lot. She's clearly very troubled about having stolen that autopsy report from Dr. Sid's laboratory. Oh, yeah. I wonder if she gave it back. Yeah, she said she was gonna give it back.
Alright then. Good luck to you both. I have to make a move now.
Oh! You're not staying? I thought you'd want to watch today's proceedings.
Well, I'd like to cheer you on, obviously. But I've got lots to get ready.
Ready? Get ready? For what?
Oh yes! Would you take this?
What is she about to go do? Isn't that one of the little felt dolls that's usually dangling from your knapsack? Yeah, you can see it right there.
Yes, it's a lucky charm. A little Hurley that I once made.
A Hurley? Looks more like a Harley You know, say shut up. How dare you?
If for some reason you completely run out of options in the trial today, then just pull this little Hurley's ear as hard as you possibly can.
What? Is it like a bomb? Or is there like a secret message in there? What? Pull his ear.
That's right. It's a way to bring good luck. I think you might need it.
Oh my god. A little doll of Sholmes in hair form. I've been told to tug at his ear if I run out of options in the trial today. So there's gonna get to a point where we're gonna be stuck in the trial and then I had to be like, bunny ear.
You think what we'll need is luck?
There's gotta be something in there.
I just sneaked a peek inside the courtroom. And it seems very different to normal.
Oh? Yes, it would seem. They brought the jury back. That a certain someone has decided to pull out all the stops. Oh, what does that mean? We'll find out when we get in there, I guess.
What about Mr. Sholmes, Iris? I don't know. He was out all night and he hadn't come home by the time I left this morning. Oh, I see.
Was Professor Mikotoba out all night too, do you think, Mrs. Susato? Ulala?
Yes, it would seem so. I telegrammed the hotel this morning. And apparently, they didn't come back to their rooms last night at all.
They? Yeah, Jikoku was out too. They?
Father. And Judge Jikoku, I mean.
Judge Jikoku too. Yeah, we haven't seen him since the first day.
That's right. Nobody appears to have seen either of them since yesterday.
Counsel for the defense to defend it. Court is about to be in session. Please make your way inside the courtroom at once. Oh boy.
Good luck, Naruhodo. Good luck, Susie.
Yes. Thank you, Iris.
And you, Mr. Riba. Hope it all goes well.
Once again, I thank you for the delicious tea. It was very soothing.
Oh, I'm so glad. We must go inside now, Lord Van Zeeks.
Don't hold me. Lord Van Zeeks has always been the formidable prosecutor I've had to lock horns with in court. But not today. Today, I battle with another in pursuit of the truth. My best friend, Kazuma Asogi, who I trust more than anyone else in the world. Now I understand what it was that drew me here to Britain all those months ago. Now I know exactly what destiny had in store for me. It's all been leading up to this one day, to this one trial. to this one final reckoning. Let's go. We're gonna be in for a treat. Oh god, I'm scared. Okay, no jury. There's no one in the seat. Is Judge Jikoku gonna be the judge? That'd be crazy. It feels even more oppressive here than it did yesterday. That can't be right, right? There are cold stares piercing me like knives from all sides today. Why?
Ah! Mr. Naruhodo! Look!
What? Are you... You're no judge. Hey, wait a minute. Weren't you like a prosecutor? Oh, shoot. My bad. My side hit the button. Look, Lord Strongheart. I thought... it wouldn't make sense that it wouldn't be Judge Jikoku, but that would have been crazy. Cosmo must have known beforehand. The ramifications of this trial now extends far beyond the murder of one Scotland Yard inspector. In fact, events have come to light that threaten to rock the very foundations of our country's legal system. What? Huh? What? The escape of a condemned criminal on the night of his execution. The subsequent unlawful shooting of the man. Huh? What happened? Oh, Vigil? The thing with Vigil? What? I guess they brought up the whole Vigil thing and the prison escape. And that's why Strongheart's here? Sorry, let me just take a quick, brief... Oh, this is so cute. Was this actually me? This would have been like really good, like actual merch. But this game has been out for a while from like in Japan, so like, well, here too now. Not that taking so long, but like...
What a charming little remedy version of Mr. Sholmes. Do you suppose this is how Iris sees him? Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Your eyes are vertically boring into the poor doll's ears.
Oh, sorry. I was just wondering. What do you suppose would happen if I were to tug its ears with all my might right now?
I'm sure that we'll find out when the time is right. To become a proper gentleman, you really must learn to stoic patience.
But I want to know. It's true, I also wanted to know. I thought maybe we would pull it now, but I guess it won't. It's not gonna let us until it prompts us to do it. It's so cute though. Look at it. Oh, look, big old button over here. Oh, it's cute. Oh wait, just quickly brief through the travel case, right? Metal traveling trunk, right? Gregson had this, and then there was a whole theory that he had actually died in Paris while traveling. We didn't do much with this. Right, we were given this photo because of for this, most definitely 100% for this thing. And then his ID card, pocket watch, that. Oh yeah, I think I had theorized afterwards that like, that hairpiece, I don't think Gregson was wearing it. I think it was more so that someone else brought him into the house wearing the wig and then threw it on Gregson. So like, yeah, presumably it belonged to Gregson. I think it belonged to the person whoever brought him into the house. Okay, what were we doing? And the revelation that prison staff must have been complicit in the jailbreak. I might have read that already. Britain is currently hosting influential members of the judiciary from countries all around the world. It is imperative that we uncover the truth in these proceedings to avoid international embarrassment. I'm about to call you out. You're gonna be guilty of something, Strongheart, and then we're gonna put you in cuffs. Someone's gonna put you in cuffs, I don't know. By royal decree, this will continue to be a closed trial. It's too tall! And one over which I, male Strongheart, exercise total and unequivocal authority. That's not promising. Also, his staff, his cane, it's got a unicorn on it now. That doesn't look very comfortable to hold. Why did it switch? The six jurors' flames just... Yeah, oh my god, he's a wizard! Or what do you call the male version of a witch? Is it a warlock? As was the case in yesterday's proceedings, these here present in the public gallery are distinguished members of our judiciary, assembled to bear witness to a fair judicial process. In other words, a collection of your acolytes, Lord Strongheart. Okay. It wasn't often that we had to put these two together in the room, so now they both sound the same. Sorry, I said I wasn't gonna bring up the voice acting thing, and I did it. On a personal note, I find this most distressing, Lord Van Zieks. You were a prosecutor of exceptional talent. Much like your brother, Clint, in fact. I mean, he still is. Don't assume he's guilty. Oh, wait a minute. That clearly is not a thing that you should be banging onto the table like a gavel. That poor horse, and also it has a horn because it's a unicorn that would hit the table first before even the snout. And my nose is dripping for some reason because I got so I was so shocked by that. That's stinky. He should just get himself a white. He should have just used an actual gavel. But is he the presiding judge? Can you do this? I didn't think. Don't you have to like go get like a judge like degree? I don't know how you become a judge in the lawyer world. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. What did you do with the judge? And stop standing up! It's too tall! You're already on like a tall pedestal for the trial of Baron Van Zieks, who officially stands accused of murder. It's like, what are you doing? Making a spectacle out of this. Counsels for the prosecution and defense. Are you in full readiness to proceed? Sit your ass down! What are you doing? The defense is ready, my lord. As is the prosecution. Yesterday's proceedings brought to light a shocking and disturbing fact. There was a side to the victim, Inspector Tobias Gregson, that was unknown to his superiors at Scotland Yard. Yes, he was carrying out operations in secret, which Scotland Yard knew nothing about. And in those clandestine operations, he had an accomplice, Mr. Daily Vigil, who would be given the inspector's identification and present himself around the capital in order to establish credible alibis for Gregson. In that way, Gregson appeared to be carrying out his regular Scotland Yard work, when in fact he wasn't. At the end of yesterday's sessions, Mr. Vigil, who had been suffering from amnesia, regained his memory. It would appear he buried his memories at the time deep inside himself as a means of self-preservation. Were you here in the court? We didn't even see you yesterday until we were in your office, I think. I guess that would make sense that he was here, but like, because whilst he was engaged as a chief warder at Barclay Prison, he abetted the convict's escape. Mr. Vigil is currently recuperating at St. Signers. He's recovered enough to give a signed statement about his movements on the day prior to the incident. He's formally admitted to posing as Gregson whilst investigating the red-headed thief. Which brings us to the crucial issue of the victim's time of death. The defense yesterday proposed a suggestion that the victim may have been killed 1 day earlier. This was based largely on the discovery that the victim's pocket watch had not been wound. The prosecution has something to report on that subject, my lord. Really? Go ahead, Prosecutor Osugi. I met once again with the coroner yesterday to discuss the issue. She confirmed that the defense's suggestion could not be ruled out. I forgot about... what's her name? Maria Gori? Mary Gori? Allegory? What's her name? Where is she? There she is. Maria Gori. Right. This is cool. It's entirely possible that Inspector Gregson was killed on the 31st October, the day before his body was discovered. I have here an updated autopsy report that includes the amended details. I thought she didn't even like come out for you. She ended up talking to you? I thought we were the first ones to talk to her. I know we weren't the first ones to see her, but I thought we were the first ones to talk to her. But the official opinion of the investigation team was made clear yesterday. That the time of death was 5 p.m. on 1st of November. What? There were indications of an attempt to disguise the real time of death, however. It seems that the natural decaying process of the victim's body may have been slowed by keeping it chilled. That's out of the question. There are no refrigeration devices in that part of London large enough to accommodate a human corpse. My lord, this is more than just conjecture. There's evidence to support that idea. We must investigate it thoroughly. Very well. The court will accept the new report as evidence. However, if this updated report is deemed to be accurate, it would give renewed significance to the movements of the victim on the day before the Fresno Street incident. It would, yes. Especially since on that day, Inspector Gregson was using Mr. Vigil to cover up his real movements. It's conceivable that he was killed in the course of his secret activities. Do I sense that the prosecution has some information regarding these activities? Scotland Yard put an enormous effort into investigating that precise matter yesterday. Right, with the doggo. With Gina and the doggo. I think they said they found something, but we didn't hear about what it was, I think. I think we should begin by presenting the results of that investigation work. So the prosecution calls its first witness now. Gina?
Gina.
State your name and occupation for the court.
Inspector Gina Lestrade reported. Representative of Scotland Yard.
A self-conferred rank, but never mind. Gina? Again?
Yeah, she's the investigator for this case. Why are you surprised that she's here? What's your problem, Otto? What's with that Gina again? Look, eh? The boss meant the world to me. He done more for me than anyone else ever did.
Oh, Inspector Gregson, you mean?
He got me out of the back slums on the East End and took me under his wing. Taught me that life can have a purpose. So that's why I'm the best person to be standing here speaking for him.
You go, girl.
Oh, Gina.
Right. All of the goodness of Gregson's heart. Not at all that he had his arm twisted by Mr. Sholmes. No. Huh? What does Sholmes have to do with this? Sholmes was the one who pushed Gina onto him? Was that a thing? I didn't remember that. What's relevant to this proceedings is that the outcome of Scotland Yard's investigations yesterday has revealed that the victim was carrying out some assignment the police knew nothing about. Very troubling. That face. Lord Strongheart knew.
Yeah, duh, of course he knows.
He knows everything at this point, I'd imagine. He was probably responsible for the things that have been happening. I say that very vaguely because I don't know specifically what has been happening. So, Inspector Lestrade, let's hear exactly what it says in that report.
Coming right up, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get him, Gina.
All your detectives are supposed to follow orders and investigate what they're told. But a little search of the boss's office turned up a notebook that had loads of secret meetings in it.
It looks like a book made out of jeans. Like a jean material. So would you say it's like a diary? Or like, I was gonna say journal. It's a journal. It works.
According to that, the boss was looking into some smuggled good dealings that day. Looks like it was a big old job and all, but the coppers weren't onto it yet.
Wait. I was distracted by the journal. The journal. It was smuggled goods. So there's like a smuggling thing going on?
Looks like it was a big job and all, but the coppers weren't onto it yet. What matters most is, there's witnesses who saw the Reaper at that place too.
What? At what place?
Smuggled goods. I don't know, do I? I'm just telling you what was written in the books.
Man, don't you get mad at me. What the Tobacco, tea, spices, medicines. Goods of all sorts flow into London by illegal channels from across the globe. It's well known that they're disposed at a regular black market that takes place in the capital. But the police are rarely able to locate them in time. So Inspector Gregson was investigating one of those black markets. It's been suggested that high-ranking government officials may be involved in the black market activity. Aren't they always? No doubt Gregson was trying to avoid details of his investigations being leaked to the involved parties. That would explain why he was operating on his own authority, without the Yard's knowledge. If it's about, like, smuggling goods and stuff, that's boring. We've already had this issue in Apollo Justice, with the egg. Cocoon? Egg. Cocoon. And do we know where the dealings were taking place this time? In a particular room of a certain exclusive London gentleman's club. A club? And on the day in question, the accused is known to have been there. That's the conclusion of Scotland Yard's investigations into the matter. Hey, yo, Zeeks, we smuggling tea out here? That can't be. We haven't heard anything about any of this. Yeah, duh. Members of the clubs have testified to it. There's no question. The accused, Baruch van Zeeks, was present. That would be very significant testimony then.
Oh my, but Lord Van Zeeks has made no mentions of this at all.
In short, Lord Van Zeeks has ample opportunity to murder the victim. Can we? That can't be like, that's not a good sound. It probably doesn't even give like good like vibrations when you hit it. Like there's nothing more satisfying than having a flat surface bang onto a flat surface, right? You have this like oddly shaped thing just like hitting it. It's like, that's so stupid. That's like the thing. That's like the one. That's like the worst thing about you, Strongheart, is using a unicorn cane to bang your as a gavel. The judge wouldn't let you borrow his gavel or something. Where even is he? How dare you take him away on the last day of court? Anyway, sorry, I'm getting worked up over this. Very well then, counsel for the defense, begin your cross-examination. I don't like that he's like looking down at us so hard because he's so tall and then he's sitting on the judge's chair, so he's just like boom, looking down on us. Okay. All yard detectives are supposed to follow orders to investigate what they're told. So, you follow orders, do you, Gina?
Nah, not me. I'm above all that, you see.
Oh.
The boss always had special orders for me. Grab us some fish and chips, or go and give Toby his grub. That kind of thing.
So errands more than orders, then. This detective is still an apprentice after all.
Yeah, well, this apprentice ain't one to sit around and wait to be told what to do, even by the boss.
An apprentice, but then she was made the charge investigate the lead detective, the lead investigator of a murder of a high-ranking detective. That don't make no sense, but I guess she's like, you can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna run this show.
That's why I've been doing my own investigations into what happened. I didn't find much at first.
Oh. A little search at the boss's office turned up a notebook. This notebook hasn't been included in our. No, okay. I want this in our. Blah, 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 blah. I want this in our court record. Why did it take me so long to remember what that was called? So you went through Inspector Gregson's things.
Yup, as part of the independent Lestrade investigation.
I'm sure your superiors would be delighted that you're taking the initiative. Well, apparently it's okay because there's no one else in the field that's like on stand. Because that would mean introducing a whole new character, but like, you know.
So he snuck into his office when no one was about. Cause if anyone at the yard had seen me going in there, they'd have turned me straight out of the street.
They'd have turfed me straight. This is sounding less and less like an investigation, and more like something else. The prosecution understands that it was this very detective who discovered the notebook.
You got that right. Nothing gets past Inspector Lestrade and their trusty assistant, Chief Inspector Toby. We found it in one of his desk drawers that had a false bottom.
That's impressive.
So then I went to hide myself where no one could find me, so that I could have a butcher at what was in it.
What? So I could have a butcher's at what was written in it. A butcher?
Because if anyone at the yard had found me out, they'd have turfed me straight out on the streets.
My goodness.
I've given it now, though, ain't I? And if it wasn't for me, it would have never been found.
Good job, Gina. Smuggled goods. What is there to smuggle? Has there been anything worth smuggling? Do you have any idea where those dealings are taking place?
Yup. It was all there in the boss's notes. Let's see if I can remember.
As I already said, the illegal dealings were due to take place at a gentleman's club. Yes, I remember. But I was hoping to find out the name of the club. That won't be necessary. What? It's conceivable that the club might be used again by the smugglers in the future. Therefore, the prosecution has been asked not to reveal the name of these proceedings.
I don't know what all the fuss is about. It's right here. All I've got to do is read it out. And I could too. I've got this reading game button up now.
Oh, she's learned how to read.
Can't I show you what I can do? Go on, what's the harm?
Cosmo literally just said, what's the harm? The judge hasn't signaled the objection yet. I could try to find out. What should I do? Why do I have to just tell me? I mean, me knowing is not gonna do anything. This is a closed court. The proceedings are confidential. There shouldn't be any possibility of the information being leaked. I guess if you're gonna think about how high-ranking officials might be involved in smuggling and stuff, you probably don't want it out, but I want to know. As I explained, there was some possibility of politicians being involved in this affair. Oh, that's what I said. The prosecution is rightfully exercising caution, I imagine. No, my lord. The prosecution has no objection. What?
You just got through saying that you did. Okay, whatever.
Cosmo? There's no question that Inspector Gregson was looking into these black market dealings. However, it's not yet been established that he was on that particular trail on that day in question. If the defense requires to know the club's name, the prosecution has no intention of being obstructive.
Oh, wait, but you... Why then? I get to show off me reading skills. Can't I just read it myself? I want the book in my hands. Apparently the smuggling good deals was going to happen at a gentleman club called the Grouse.
A part of me is thinking that sounds familiar, but at the same time, a part of me doesn't know if that is familiar. The Grouse. What sort of a club is that? Okay, we don't know what that is then.
I ain't got the foggiest. Clubs ain't exactly my thing. Well, you want to go there and talk to people, right? But I'm kinda curious.
They're not places where a foreign student like you would be readily admitted. Have you looked at the mural recently?
I tell you what, me and Chief Inspector told me we could go in undercover.
Could you though?
Didn't you guys go in there and talk to witnesses or something?
You said something about witnesses. Is it because that we haven't got there yet? That's the...
I could pick out a good few marks and see what else I could find out while I was in there.
I really don't think you should go picking out anything. Anyway, that's where these black market dealings were going to take place, is it?
Yeah, it's gotta be. That's what the lower ranking detectives at the yard reckon.
Says the even lower ranking detective. The Grouse. I want to say that word sounds familiar, but I don't know why it would sound familiar. There's nothing in here that mentions anything about Grouse, right? Blah, 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 blah. I think we're done with this one. Barricading, blah, 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 nothing. Okay, I don't think there's anything in our inventory for that. Big job and all, but the coppers were not. So how had Inspector Gregson come to find out about it in that case?
That's the question, ain't it? But I'm just an apprentice, so...
And why didn't he inform Scotland Yard of his findings?
Yeah, that's what I was asking myself. Cause, you know, I'm just an apprentice.
When it suits you, yes.
Anyway, the point is, something went on in that club, no question.
You can't say that for certain, though, sure. What matters most is there's witnesses who saw the Reaper at that place, too. Lord Van Seeks was at the club. Can we ask him? Be like, hey, yo, what was poppin'? He was. Detectives who visited the club yesterday to make inquiries have confirmed it. Oh, I guess Gina didn't go. Several members report having seen the accused being admitted to the room in question as a guest. Looks like there's no disputing that he was there then.
Well, we know that Lord Van Seeks was investigating Inspector Gregson, don't we? Perhaps he'd already discovered the Inspector's secret notebook.
Which led him to the club, you mean? Maybe. Presumably then, there were also eyewitnesses who can testify that Gregson was there? None have been identified at this time, no. What? So the all-important victim wasn't seen at this mysterious club.
Oi! Why aren't you asking Inspector Lestrade, eh?
That's all I've got to work with. Gina's not holding back with that ice-cold stare, is she?
I really don't know what to make of all this.
Lord Van Zieks told us he was investigating Inspector Gregson. But he never once mentioned that he met the inspector the day before the incident.
You don't think Lord Van Zieks could have been lying to us, do you?
That's not the only way to explain this.
Oh!
If everything Lord Van Zieks has told us is true, then there must be a mistake in his testimony somewhere.
You mean, there are details we've yet to uncover?
Exactly. A clue, perhaps, that even Gina hasn't noticed. That's what we should be looking for here. What? All yard detectives are supposed to follow orders and investigate what they're told, but a search of the boss office showing up a notebook had little secret meetings in it. Smuggled goods were going to happen at a gentleman club called the Grouse. So there's something that we have in our court records that can disprove something that she said? Is it this? It was issued for travel to France the day before his body was discovered. Is it like saying that they said that there were no witnesses that saw Gregson at the club, but that's because we have a passport that indicates that he was traveling the day before, right? That has nothing to do with the Reaper, though. I also don't know where I would present this, if that were what I needed to do. There's nothing that I can disprove the Reaper. Right? Okay, that was wrong. What is the clue? What am I missing here? We've only just started. How am I so stumped already? This is the first witness testimony cross-examination thing. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. All yard detectives are supposed to follow orders and investigate what they're told. But a little search of the boss's office turned up that a notebook had a little secret meetings in it. Apparently, the smuggled good deals was going to happen at a gentleman's club called the Grouse. Looks like it was a big job and all, but the coppers weren't onto it yet. What? Huh? So, like, I've been stumped here for, like, what feels like, I think, 10-15 minutes, because I don't know how to go about progressing from here. So, they're saying that witnesses saw the Reaper at the club. That's fine. It looks like that's not being disputed here. But I think the thing that needs to be disputed is that he didn't see Gregson at the club, because they said witnesses weren't able to confirm that they saw Gregson there. And I think it's because Gregson at the time was out of the country. Huh? I don't know how to get through here! The Grouse? What a coincidence. This is a ship though, right? This ain't the friggin' club. Well, that's unfortunate. I was just trying to drink my rose hip lemonade, and it just splashed all over me because a piece of jelly was stuck in the straw. Damn it, this better not stain my shirt. No!
Wow.